Hi everybody, I'm Seth Flake for TV99. This is In the Key of Life. Today I have Hannah+Karly with me, which consists of Miss Hannah Roy and Miss Carly Clayton. And you guys are based out of Moorville, Tupelo area?
I'm from Moorville.
And I'm from Pontotoc.
Okay, great.
So Tupelo is kind of the meeting ground for us.
Definitely. How did you two ladies meet?
Well, actually, Carly beat me in a song competition. We had kind of been playing around the same venues, but it was always on different nights, and so our paths never really crossed at the right time. And then when we finally met each other in person, we had heard, like I had heard, you need to meet Carly, and Sherry, you need to meet Hannah, because there's not a ton of females our age in this area doing this. So they kind of linked us together. Different people kept mentioning us to each other, and we were at the barbecue duel in Tupelo. Was it 2013?
2014.
Yeah. And we met there, and Carly beat me in the competition, and I was like, you know, the rest is history. I got to get to know this girl.
I need to know who's beating me.
Yeah. But yeah, well, that's always a running joke between us, because we never really think about it. Then when somebody asks, we're like, oh, that is kind of funny. But
And so who asked who to play first?
I think it was just kind of a mutual, like, people say we need to play, so let's play.
Somebody,
See you such and such time, you know.
Yeah, somebody told us that we needed to share one gig at one night at this one venue.
Right.
And we did, and
We had never heard each other sing, except for the 2 songs we sang in the competition.
Like, we had never sang together, and that night we had people coming up like, how long have y'all been a band? How long have y'all been together? Are y'all sisters? And I'm like, I met this girl last
And
week.
I had never sang harmonies before. And then I was like, I guess I'll figure out how to do that right now, today.
That's great.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the first gig was a success.
Yeah.
And we just, the rest is history, that first gig. And that night, I looked at her and said, hey, you want to start doing this? She was like,
Sure. Why not?
So,
the more the merrier.
yeah, and that's just how it kind of
Awesome.
came about.
I know when I've seen y'all play that you write a bunch of your own music. You guys have a bunch of originals. Is that drawing on personal experiences, or do you get more into like a fictional role or embellishment on stories? How do you draw from
Well,
for the
sometimes
creative well?
Sometimes a little bit of both. Like, she wrote a song called God and Gunpowder. So the heart of the song is there, but is she really going to, like...
We're not really going to go shoot somebody.
We're not going to go shoot
It's, you know,
somebody.
it's just for the theatrics.
Right.
But I would say like 75% is personal, and then 25% is more storytelling, you know, kind of
Right.
Yeah.
embellishing it a little bit.
Yeah, for me, personal experience is kind of my main thing. Like, Hannah, you can tell Hannah to write a song about the sky being blue, and she's going to write you a very, like, in-depth, descriptive, emotional song about the sky being blue, and you're going to be like, wow. And me, I'm like, well, that sky didn't do nothing to me, so I can't write about it. So she's very artistic. So she can do the fictional stuff.
She downplays herself.
So do you co-write a lot, or does one of you bring up an idea and bring it to the other person, or how do you guys usually write
It's
together?
different every time. Sometimes I'll like record a voice memo, and it's like no. I'm like, okay, that's the melody. Do something with that. It's like, you know, 5 seconds of something, and then she'll send back like a verse, and it'll be like over iPhone that we write it. Or this week we're planning to kind of put our phones away and step away and like go sit out somewhere and just kind of hash out a bunch of ideas and hopefully get a handful of songs out of that. It just depends on the mood and how busy life is and kind of what all's going on, but it's all different forms and fashion.
Yeah, sometimes you need a retreat from
Yeah.
technology and the responsibility.
And getting in your
everything.
head so much, you know, listening to what everybody else is doing, that comparison game can kind of play a big part. So we're excited to kind of step away and hopefully get some cool stuff out of it.
I know you said you do a lot of notes with iPhone. I hear more and more musicians say that, you know, that they write down lyrics or hum a melody. Does the technology of the day, you think, help with you guys' songwriting?
Yes,
Absolutely.
especially being a duo,
Yeah.
because we're in 2 separate
We live
places and
45
stuff.
minutes apart, so you know, if I come up with an idea on a Tuesday, it's hard for us to get together because
Right.
we both work. We both have several jobs, multiple jobs. So we're always on the road. We're always like busy. So, I mean, it's nothing for us to send each other voice memos like while we're at a stoplight or something at a red light. Hey, I got this idea.
And then our practice is when we get to gigs and we're like, okay.
Hey, let's practice it.
Oh, tell everybody like, hey, we've never sang this song before. Y'all get to hear
First for
it.
everything.
Yeah, I was about to say, your shows seem so organic because you just both are playing the acoustics and using your voices and just really filling up the room. So it's neat to hear that even ladies like y'all depend on technology a little bit to advance your songwriting.
For sure.
Yes.
'Cause in the world we're in today, I guess everybody
Yeah.
is using
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of hard to avoid.
Yes.
Another thing that really caught my attention about you guys, and Hannah already spoke on a little bit, there's not a lot of women around here that are trying to be career musicians or even, you know, make side money doing it. It's just it's a smaller percentage of the musicians in North Mississippi are ladies. How would you say that affects you guys? And also, as far as like mentors around here or other female musicians you look up to, is there anybody like that you collaborate with or, you know, getting gigs? Do you feel like it is to your advantage being women in North Mississippi, or is it harder?
I feel like it's a little bit harder sometimes. I feel like people look at us and they're like, oh, you're just a bubblegum poppy little girl group, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I just kind of feel like we get perceived a certain way before we get a chance to say what we really want to say and do what we want to do.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that we're in our mid-20s. They like think that we're like teenage girls going around and, you know, just trying to sing, you know, these little, I don't want to call them empty pop songs because that's not, I don't want to shade anybody's art because art is art no matter how you want to express yourself. But I just feel like people already have an idea about us before they give us a chance. And it's hard to compete with more seasoned artists as well because a lot of the people around here have been doing this for like 15 or more years.
Sure.
And we've been singing for a really, really long time. But as far as gigging, we probably didn't start until 6 years ago. And then we've been together for 4 years. So we're kind of, I don't want to call us new, but we have a lot to learn and we know that. And we try really hard to work on a lot of stuff. But sometimes it is difficult because you just want to tell people, like, you have no idea what we can do, you know. But as far as...
It's like they look at us, they take one look at us and like, oh... No, like
we've had so many people
game
come
a
up
couple
to
years,
us,
and I'm like, you've never heard us.
Right.
Like, at least listen.
Sure.
At least listen to us, and then if you aren't fond of our sound, that's fine.
Right.
But at least listen to us.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we just get looked up and down and
we have before.
yes, a couple times we've just been looked from our toes to our head and just like, oh,
you know, rejection's always part of it, and it just teaches you lessons along the way. So we're not, you know, upset about that, but we do kind of have to fight a little bit harder, I feel like.
Definitely. It always is a blow to a musician when a gig doesn't go well or you don't get the gig. But like you said, you learn from it, and being able to bounce back from something that didn't go your way really helps you with your confidence and your delivery the next time.
Yeah, you just have to do what you do and keep.
you just have to keep. And I mean, they may say no one time, but you keep
But
going.
we'll bug you until you say yes.
They'll see
We will
you played
annoy you.
a town over.
Facebook Messenger. We will blow it up.
But you asked about mentors, and as far as like other female artists, Michaela Compton has been a huge help to us. She actually played with us when we opened for Trent Harmon at the Bodock Festival in Pontotoc this year.
Love her.
Yeah,
and
Michaela's great.
Yeah, she's always like, she's a huge songwriter supporter. She's not just like, oh, you have a pretty voice. She like really appreciates the heart of people, and we're really thankful for her. She's helped us a lot, and she's like always encouraging. Like, she's never not been encouraging.
Sure.
And so yeah, she's probably one of a huge mentor around here. And I like some of our peers, like Kit Thorne, we think she's so talented. Kelsey Collins, she's super talented.
Lindsay Shields.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Out of Fulton. I used to play with her back in our 4-H days.
Sure.
We traveled around, and she's so talented, and I've just watched her grow on as a musician. So
That's awesome.
I really
And,
love her.
Jordan Mallory, who's now in Nashville. We went to high school together and stuff, and like she's doing super, like she's super successful in Nashville, and so we kind of like look at those other girls and we're like, okay, we're kind of doing this together. This is kind of cool, which we don't really communicate or get to see those girls a lot because we're all over different places, but we do. We want them to know that, that we're there, we're supporting them, so we're proud of them.
You have to stay aware of everybody in your network and your region to know what's going on and to be able to grow along with everyone else. And it seems like y'all have done a really great job of that, going from your previous band name.
Oh yeah, two Broke College Girls is what we were first called. That was also a joke.
That was a joke.
We
most definitely.
cannot think of a duo name like to save our life. Like we were just like, you know what? Somebody came up and they were like, "So what's y'all's names?" And I was like, we're the Two Broke College Girls. Please tip us well. And they thought it was hilarious. And like the next time they were like, "It's the Two Broke College Girls," and we're like, "Oh, we forgot we said that." But if it's sticking, we'll ride it out until we graduate. We're still broke. We can still be the Two Broke Girls, but you know.
I remember one venue. They told us that they would not book us unless we had a name.
Right.
So I was like, Hannah, what do we do? And she's like, I don't know, but we need to get booked here. I was like, let's just say we're the Two Broke College Girls. Everybody's calling us that anyway. Let's just do it.
It just kind of went
and
from
that's
there.
how it went. And then we graduated, and
People still call us that. We played, actually, we played Stables in Tupelo this past weekend. They were like, the college girls? Yeah, that's us.
that's us. They're like, well, how's college going? I'm like, well, we graduated.
Like after you get your first platinum record and
Yeah.
everything, you're like,
We'll name the first
Broke
album.
College Girls?
Yeah, we'll name the first album Two Broke College Girls. It'll be, in
We
honor.
can write a song about it. We can write a song about it.
no, but yeah, you graduated and you graduated to Hannah+Karly. It's more like Simon and Garfunkel. It's a very professional way to present yourself, to embrace your name and label yourself as what you are.
Yeah, pretty to the point.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I had Karly come in on New Albany Underground back a couple months ago and play an episode. I don't know if some of TV 99's viewers might have caught that with Karly playing, but usually we just do interviews on the show. Occasionally we have performances, but since I have both these ladies in the room today, we're gonna get them to play a song and show you guys what they're like together. But before we do that, can you guys tell me if there's any plans on the horizon for Hannah+Karly, the next move, or where the viewers, I know you said you had Facebook and everything, what's your preferred way of people finding you to get booked or just to look at your music?
Right now, as far as what's coming up, right now we're in the process of writing. We want to eventually, make a recording and stuff, but we really want to make sure that the songs that we put on it are, are something that we're proud of. Like,
Sure.
we love all of our songs.
But we've grown so much
We've grown
since we
so
started
much.
in the
Right.
last 4 years.
So we really want to make sure that this is like, we say what we want to say as people, as human beings, as artists.
Right.
So that's what we're doing. So be on the lookout. You can check out our Facebook page. We have an Instagram page, and it's Facebook is Hannah+Karly, Karly with a K, and then Instagram is Hannah+Karly Music. We have a YouTube, but
we gotta get better with that.
a little bit better with it. We only have just like maybe a couple songs on there, but they're coming.
So subscribe now and get ready for
Subscribe.
That's it.
Subscribe.
All right. Well, Hannah+Karly, I definitely appreciate you guys coming out
Yes,
today.
thank you so much.
To
Thank
talk
you.
to me. Everybody, thanks for watching this episode of In the Key of Life. And now we're going to cut to a performance of Hannah+Karly. And what song are you guys going to do for us?
We're gonna do a song called "What About Me," and
It's another one written via iPhone.
yes,
Awesome.
yes, I had the idea for some of it, and then I sent it to her, and she's like, "That could be something." So we just kind of sent emails and recordings back and forth until we finally got it to where we wanted it.
So Steve Jobs plus Hannah plus Karly.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
Okay.
It's a trio now.
Coming right up.
going. Broken, you took your time. It's been a long time, and I can close my eyes and live the scene line by line. Tearful goodbye, angry heart, a prideful mind. Go down what about me? What about you? Give it a second shot, I know you want to. Darling, can you see what you mean to me? Oh, you know it seems you're just out of my reach. Everybody needs somebody. So what about me? Close my eyes, live the scene, line by line. We were beautiful, even magical. I can't help but wonder what about me? What about you? Give it a second shot, I know you want to. Darling, can you see what you mean to me? Oh, you know it seems you're just out of my reach. Everybody needs somebody. Oh, don't you need somebody, baby? So what about me? What about